Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Shit's about to hit the fan. Welcome to Unsanctioned Thursdays on Wrestling with Freddie.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Unsanctioned Thursdays. Dun-dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun-dun. That's some sound effects that we
like
spent a lot of money on. So I hope you guys liked it too. Joined as always by Mr. Jeff Dye. Jeff, where are you going to be this weekend? Where can people see you and party with you?
This weekend, I'm going to a town I've never been in Illinois called Batavia. Batavia, Illinois. There's still some tickets available. It's going to be great.
When I did that Summer Catch movie, my character gets signed by John C. McGinley's character to a minor league affiliate of the Cincinnati Reds called the Batavia Muck Dogs.
Oh, look at that. Is that a real team?
Or
is it for the movie?
I don't know. They used real teams in the movie. Like all the Chatham teams were real teams, or all the Cape Cod teams were the real teams. So I'm thinking the Batavia Muck Dogs are a real team, and you should try to get a Muck Dogs hat while you're there.
I would love that. Yeah, I'm wondering if it's real, I'll do it.
You could be a Muck Dog, bro. I could totally see you as a Muck Dog.
I love that.
Speaking of Muck Dogs, there were a lot of them at AEW Double or Nothing. I don't know what a Muck Dog is.
They were probably there.
But we had the Owen Hart Foundation Tournament Finals. Hangman Adam Page, Jeff's favorite, versus Will Ospreay, my favorite. I thought this was going to be Ospreay all day long. So did our producer, Alex. Only one of us wanted to make you money this week, though. Only one of us was sensitive enough, kind enough, and smart enough to pick the winner in this match and make you guys all the cash. I took your money, and I apologize. I'm not giving it back, so I'm not that sorry. But I'm sorry that you lost it. But Jeff won because Hangman Adam Page won.
That's it.
Congrats.
Never bet against the Cowboy. Never bet against the Cowboy.
Oh, here we go.
Adam Hangman Page.
That's right. The last Cowboy, of course, loves the Cowboy, the Hangman. All right, so we go to the women's final. Now, this one was easy. It was Mercedes Moné versus Jamie Hayter. We all kind of thought Mercedes was going to win this match, and we weren't wrong. I think, the big pay-per-view is Toni Storm versus Mercedes Moné, not Toni Storm versus Jamie Hayter. Not yet. They just haven't booked and built Jamie up enough for that match to mean as much as the Mercedes Moné match. Let me say this. If they don't give these two women a story, then I don't know what the hell the plan was with Mercedes Moné. Because I haven't seen a story with her yet that I could wrap my head around and get behind and really dig. And I dig Mercedes Moné. I dig Sasha Banks. I dig them both. I think she can talk. I know she can wrestle. I know she can talk. I don't think it. I know it. And you just don't get to see it. You get her matches are super good, but you don't get a good reason why. And this is a tournament, so the reason why is real simple, right? This is like old school WWE late 90s booking. Like, let's just have a tournament, and then we don't have to have a story. So it's hard for me to have faith that they're going to pull this off, except Toni Storm, who has definitely been writing her own story, and whoever's working with her, and I think they're doing a really good job. I believe in Toni Storm, so I'm going to believe that they're going to have a story that I care about, or at the very least, I'll be entertained by. These two personalities are so on the opposite ends of the spectrum. One is based in reality, and the other one is completely off the reservation. Mm-hmm. And I don't know how they're going to make it work, but I'm going to give them a chance to make it work. I'm going to go in with an open mind. It's tough because I don't think they've given a proper story to Moné as of yet, but they have to Toni. And if she can pull this off, then kudos and shout out to her. She deserves as much credit as anybody else. But I really hope they pull this off because this match could mean something. It's going to be in Texas. It's going to be, thousands and thousands and thousands of people in the arena watching. Their pay-per-views kick ass. AEW pay-per-views are so freaking good. They're so much better than their weekly TV shows. And I really hope that people have a reason why when they do get to see these two women wrestle. because that match is going to be special and cool, and I want it to mean something. But Jeff, Alex, and myself all got it right. What were your thoughts, and what are your thoughts on her moving forward?
I'm not too crazy about it. Like I said, I'm not a big Tony Storm crazy kind of storyline, or not storyline, but whatever whatever that type of character kind of thing is. I'm not crazy about it. I'm very curious how they'll seem to mix a down to earth, grounded in reality person with that. Which is probably my biggest criticism with those kind of things is like, when someone is forced to be the straight person and put up with their gimmicky stuff, it really handcuffs them. You know, it's like, I love an Orange Cassidy. I love the shin kick kind of thing. But for wrestlers who don't live in that world, they feel like, well, great. Now I just got to kind of put up with this. And so it takes me out of it a little bit, but I'm interested to see what they do with it. So I'll try and stay open-minded about it. Yeah,
it's always a challenge. You know, if you're Bray Wyatt, you're an exception to the rule, right? Like it would seem hard to find opponents for Bray Wyatt back in the day to wrestle as the Fiend, because he was this like supernatural type character and all the people he was wrestling were grounded in reality. But they made that work. So we know that it's possible for it to work. It just has to be executed correctly. And so that's my hope with this, is that they find a way to make this sort of beyond reality character and this based in reality character work. And I haven't spent too much time thinking about the booking of it, but I'm nervous that people aren't going to care. That's all. And I really want them to. Moving on.
I agree.
The AEW Continental Championship. We didn't get to do this one because the match hadn't been made yet. But anyone could have guessed that Okada's going to beat Speedball Bailey, who I really like, man. His style's cool. His mullet's cool. He's really fast in there, man. Like he's a lot of fun to watch. But this would have been an easy match. You guys made the bets on this. You guys won. Jeff would have picked Okada. I would have picked Okada. We all would have picked Okada, and you would have made more money. Now, to a match we did pick, the easiest match of the night, the AEW World Tag Team Championship. Jeff, was there any doubt that these two men were going to kick the living shit out of Sammy Guevara and Dustin Rhodes? Did you doubt it for even a split second, or did you know the score?
I knew the score. You don't bet against the Hurt Syndicate. Those guys are freaks, and they're giant, and they're cool, and that's what I'm here for. And with MJF, come on, what are we doing, dude? That's like my dream stable. So there was no doubt in my mind that Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin were going to bring the Hurt.
To quote Wesley Snipes in Passenger 57, always bet on black.
Yeah, 100%.
You don't bet against Bobby Lashley, dude. He could legit kick the shit out of everybody on earth.
Yeah.
Let alone your favorite wrestler. He'd beat up your favorite wrestler, your dad, and your favorite uncle all at the same time, and he would make you watch. And you just have to sit there.
When Goldberg was trying to step to Matt Riddle, and it was just kind of like, dude, I don't know if I know you in the wrestling world you're Goldberg, but like Matt Riddle would fold you like the old man that you are.
He would choke him out in under 60 seconds. It wouldn't even take. Look, as someone who trains jiu-jitsu, and he's better at jiu-jitsu than I am, if we're on the ground, you're getting choked out, and it's not taking long if you don't train. If you train, then that's a different thing. Matt Riddle would smoke Bill Goldberg in a real fight.
And it was funny to watch Riddle try to be like respectful because he knows the hierarchy of like wrestling, but he also is like, I could just kill this guy like in a second. And I always think that with like Brock Lesnar. I think that with Bobby Lashley. But Bobby Lashley all the time, like I'm just going, dude, this guy could have, even when he kind of like goes a little overboard in the wrestling ring, like when he was grabbing MJ's face and pushing him against the turnbuckle, I was like, I wonder if MJ can feel that this guy could crush him. So those things always go through my head anytime I see Bobby Lashley in general, let alone in this match, where I was like, dude, there's no doubt.
Yeah, man, it's so wild to me that his body is better now than when he debuted in WWE.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I don't understand how he has aged in reverse. Like, he's the real Benjamin Buttons of, and I don't know anyone else that's ever done that, except maybe Rachel Lee Cook. Like, they're the only two people that don't age, are Rachel Lee Cook from She's All That And I've fucking aged. I hang out with Rachel and I see her and then I'm like, hold up, she looks exactly the same. I must look the same too. No, I don't. I look in the mirror, I'm like, that's a lot of gray.
Fantastic.
Yeah, but aged is the key word.
Rachel Lee Cook hasn't aged at all. You've just aged really well. You look great.
Yeah, she looks
hasn't aged.
22, and so does Bobby Lashley. If they ever had a kid, it would be the most beautiful, most jacked, most unaging kid in the history of
What
children.
A pair.
I'll set him up. We'll make it happen. Oh, no, he's married. Bobby's married. It doesn't matter. Anyway, Bobby kicked the shit out of everybody. Shelton kicked the shit out of everybody. There was a little MJF action out there, and we made you money, but you didn't even need our help. You guys knew because you watched Passenger 57. You knew who to bet on. You were good. Let's move on to the stretcher match. We didn't have this on our card because it hadn't been made yet, but this was the coolest match of the fucking this was the coolest match of the night. Mark Briscoe's face, I'll quote our producer as he was watching it live and texted us. Mark Briscoe's face exploded. And I used to get squeamish by blood in wrestling matches because I want everyone to be okay. You know, I don't want them to really get hurt.
Yeah.
But man, I'm starting to like blood, dude. AEW has corrupted me. It's corrupted me, man. It's like in my soul now. And I'm like, yeah, give me the blood. Give me the blood. And they did. And Ricochet, who has never really got the right kind of push in WWE, and I didn't think he was going to get the right push in AEW. I didn't get the story. I'll be the first to admit it. I was way wrong on this. I didn't think what they were trying to do with Ricochet and AEW was going to work. I was like, man, they're kind of making him look weak, and I don't like that. I want him to come in and debut and look strong. And he has embraced this character so much of being this chicken shit heel and this show off flashy moves like, let me show you how much better I am than everyone else. Oh, he's tough. Let me back off. Let me get out of the ring. He's done this so well. I think this is the coolest Ricochet that I've ever seen. And I wasn't that familiar with like Prince Puma and all that stuff because he didn't get like the talking storylines and stuff like that in Lucha Underground. And he didn't get much to do at all except tournament stuff and cool matches in WWE. To see him actually get to do this and spread his wings is really refreshing. And I like what they're doing. And I didn't think I was. I thought AEW got it wrong, and they didn't. They got it right. I was wrong. And I really enjoyed. I like being wrong when I'm entertained. It feels good. And this match was really cool. He was trying to slam him into this ambulance, and you just see this crutch come out. And I thought the match was over. It was a great false finish, and then he comes out with the crutch and beat his ass some more. It was really cool. Anyway, I hope you guys can see the match. I think you can still watch them on Amazon on replays and stuff like that because the pay-per-views for AEW
on YouTube.
It's on YouTube. Of course it is.
Yeah, you can see those.
Yeah, like the AEW pay-per-views are so much better than what they're giving you on the weekly TV on TNT and TBS sometimes, that I really hope you guys don't give up on them because the matches are really cool and the performers give you everything they got out there. Everything.
I'm surprised you hesitated when you said that it was the coolest match. I think it was inarguably the coolest match.
Well, I had to make sure I wasn't forgetting anything. But yeah, you're right. You're right.
Ricochet is incredible. Shout out to Ricochet, who lives in Vegas. He's the best. I love him so much, and I think he's one of the greatest wrestlers. I wish he was doing the Grande Americano gimmick.
Oh my God, that would be so cool. That's a good idea.
And then shout out to my boy Johnny LaQuasto, who's a huge wrestling fan. He's a wrestling commentator and a great comedian, but he was the first to like turn me on to the Briscoes. I wasn't on board. I thought they sucked. I didn't like their promos. I didn't like their look. I didn't like anything. And Johnny's like, no, these guys are the real deal. And he would always send me their stuff. And I'm only a Briscoes fan because of Johnny LaQuasto. And there's only one brother now, but they're so good. And this match was amazing, and I loved every second of it. I thought it was easily the best match. Very fun stuff to watch. A lot of blood.
That match was awesome, and it was match of the night. All right. More money that we made you. Come on, here it comes. FTR versus Daniel Garcia and Nigel McGuinness. I love Nigel McGuinness. I love to see him in the ring, but there was no way that FDR could lose this, or it takes away all the momentum they have of being assholes, and it would have been a complete waste of story and a waste when they turned on Edge. Like, you're going to waste that and have them lose this match? That's dumb. So there was no way that was happening. I think our fans are smart. They knew that too. Or our listeners. You guys aren't our fans. You're our listeners. You're not fanatics. You're not crazy. You're smart because you knew FTR was going to win, and they did, and we made you even more money. We only got one wrong, and Jeff, I think, got none wrong. What'd you think, dude?
I thought it was great. Yeah, like I said, I don't think that this earlier I was talking about how or maybe it was on Monday's episode that I was saying that I like when I'm surprised. So as good as this match was, I definitely wasn't surprised, but it's still good.
We didn't have the next match, which was Don Callis family versus Paragon, but the right team won. Don Callis. It keeps Kyle O'Reilly really, really strong. That guy's really cool. They know they've got something with him, and they're protecting him pretty well without, giving him the super push, like an unrealistic push. It's much more organic. It's going to develop, and that dude's going to be something, I think, for sure. And it was cool. It's always good to see Adam Cole. Finally, Anarchy in the arena. Kenny Omega, Swerve Strickland, Willow Nightingale, and the Ops defeated the Death Riders and the Young Bucks. I don't know if we picked this one. I would have said that Kenny Omega's team would have won. I'm not trying to just be right after the fact. I would have said they were going to win. They were going to win because the Death Riders tend to win the wars. They'll lose the battles. That way he doesn't lose the title, but they can lose other matches and fights in there. But cool matches, you guys. You got to watch it. You don't have to watch AEW TV. I get it. If it's not your thing, it's not your thing. But their pay-per-views are special, and I really encourage people to give them another chance. If you were on the fence about it, take it from me. They're good. Jeff, final thoughts?
I love Kenny Omega. I'm a big Swerve guy, but I think that this match from beginning to end was insane. It was so fun to watch.
You like the chaos. That way. You like the chaos.
I like the way I worded it that way is because I was trying not to talk trash about some of the other people that were in that match. So I just said who I liked. But anyways, it was a really, really good match, and I was very excited. And it made me go, I was wrong about this. I think some of these guys are better than I was giving them credit for. But I loved the match. It was absolute and perfectly titled.
It was. They definitely like their names in AEW. They definitely try to reach out and touch you with them. AEW's Double or Nothing, it delivered. We had tournament finals, we had title defenses, we had chaos and mayhem. That's what we try to bring you. That's why Jeff and I wrestle at the end of each one of these episodes, and it's a first blood match, just so you guys know every time. And it's still going because neither of us have bled yet because we don't fucking bleed.
That's right. 3 more weeks till my Punjabi prison is built at Freddie's new house, we can have our Punjabi prison match.
That's right. I may not have a wrestling promotion, but I have a brand new house, and I'm building a Punjabi prison.
Hell yeah. It's going to be awesome.
On behalf of Jeff, I'm Freddie Prinze Jr. This was Unsanctioned Thursdays. Tune in every week to our show, Wrestling with Friends, and tune in every week to this one like you do Unsanctioned Thursdays. We appreciate you guys. We got love for you guys. Keep on listening. Keep shouting us out when you see us out there. I love when people come up and go, yo, man, Wrestling with Friends. Yo, so always give us that love, man. We appreciate it. And if you want to hear something that we're not talking about, let us know, and I'll try to get into it too, okay? Thank you very much. Peace.
We're out.